Hi, everyone. Today, I want to talk about how you deal with a parent or another family member that might be a narcissist or have narcissistic tendencies. This has been coming up a lot in my practice. I have a lot of young adult clients or just adults in general who are having difficulty dealing with their parents who might show some of the symptoms that typically happen in relationships with people who have these toxic tendencies. So let's get into it. But before we do, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and to click the like button. Okay, so here we go. Recognizing manipulative behavior can be tricky, especially when it's coming from your own parent or someone that you really love. But if you notice a pattern of constant criticism, gaslighting, or just never feeling good enough, you might be dealing with a narcissistic parent. It's important to trust your instincts and set boundaries to protect yourself from their toxic behavior. Setting boundaries is crucial for protecting yourself in a toxic relationship. Remember, boundaries are not walls, they are bridges. I always say that talking and communication should be a dialogue, not a hard stop, right? It needs to be something that keeps conversations going. So boundaries should not be walls, they should be bridges for more conversation and more dialogue as opposed to a gridlock. But you need to be firm, okay? So you have to be firm with your boundaries, but flexible in asserting your needs and your values. It's like saying, I love you, but I love me more, right? And be able to stand tall and let your boundaries be the ultimate show of your self love and protection against toxicity. So go ahead and be able to draw your line in the sand. Protect yourself fiercely by setting up those boundaries and not letting people cross your line or your boundaries. I often say to clients in my practice, the way to think about this is know your boundaries, but know the edges of your boundaries. So you have your boundaries, and you might want to be a little flexible with people in your life, especially those you love, but know the edges of those boundaries. And when you get to those edges, you have to stop and take care of yourself. And the thing is, once you do this, you should expect a little pushback, right? Like people might be actually be downright angry at you for setting boundaries, especially if they are used to dealing with you in a certain way. If they're used to you people pleasing or giving them their way or giving in if they get angry at you. When you start to stand up for yourself and set boundaries, you can be sure they're going to be a little bit annoyed. But you have to do what is right for you. Eventually, people will be forced to accept your boundaries or not be in your life. And I hope that parents would not be making that decision. I hope they choose to stay in your life and choose to accept your boundaries, even if they don't understand them completely. Uh, and standing up for yourself will help improve your overall health, especially your mental health. And mental health, as we know, affects your overall physical health. In a world full of gaslighters and emotional manipulators and all kinds of things, it's crucial to arm yourself with effective coping strategies. Remember, you're not crazy. Um, when people are gaslighting, they're just trying to mess with your head, right? You're not crazy. So make sure you stay grounded and you trust your instincts and, podcasts like this and educate yourself and do all the things that you need to do to look out for the signs of toxicity so you know how to identify it, survive, and get out. I actually have a course that's linked below that actually that's what the title is. Surviving relationships with narcissists. How do you identify them? How do you survive, and how do you get out of it? It's always important to seek support and have a support system. That's very important. And support systems can look like just really good friends and therapy. Um, either or both. But it's important to build a strong support system and someone who can just hear you out, listen to you, and kind of be your sounding board so you don't think you're crazy. That's especially important with people who gaslight you and make you doubt your truth and make you think you're crazy. Having a strong support system and people who will listen to you and validate what you're feeling and what you're experiencing. It's not always easy, but it's so important for your mental health and well being. If you are seeking more support, again, see the link below. I have a class that will educate you about the signs of being in a relationship with a narcissist. Also, if you're seeking psychotherapy, I can also be reached at the link below. Also, just be sure to take good care. Go on and indulge yourself with some me time, practice mindfulness, meditation, yoga, anything that makes you feel good, a good laugh, social time with friends, anything that lifts your spirit is going to be good. All right, so see those links below and take good care.